Let's get it! Oh yeah, we got ourselves one monster game. Which means I know exactly what you're thinking. Is this really happening? Or is it just a dream? And just to remind you, we've got new videos every Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Rain or shine! Okay, that was bad. So bad I think I made Reynor mad. So mad he's gonna 16 pool. Wow, we didn't have to wait long for this series to pick up. So let me get my obligatories out of the way. We are playing on Nightshade. And the current Aligulac world rankings for our players is Dream at number 25 and Reynor at number 6. Like I said, monsters. Oh, and we got a drone going out for the Zerg. And it looks like a hatch is going down. Okay, so this is not going to be a one base all in here. But I'd be very surprised if we didn't see some kind of aggression coming off of this. There's a gas, so I guess it could be defensive if he's anticipating a rush, but I think this is aggression. And as Dream's racks completes, we're going to look to see if there's a Reaper. There is. And with the minerals saved up as high as they are, we're expecting what we refer to as the Reaper Expand. But much more of note is that Reynor has ordered 6 lings and a queen. Correction, that queen's just been cancelled. It's been replaced with a roach worm. The plot thickens, or rather it's been revealed. Those 6 lings head out to attack. Ling speed is not being researched. Those are slow lings. The Reaper will be done imminently. Even a single Reaper is highly effective against slow lings if it gets the micro attention it needs. But if he just suddenly blunders into 6 lings, it's not going to be pretty. Oh, look how Reynor's timed this out. They take a little detour just as that Reaper goes by. Terran's most expensive combat unit is going the wrong way. He does have a single Marine, but it can be overpowered. Reynor's first target is the SCV building the command center. Oh, no, they're going after that Marine. And the SCV gets away. Reynor decides the consolation prize is the command center. No, the Marine's going to try to take those lings on with a gang of SCV bodyguards. And as the second Marine arrives, he's going to clean that up. First blood goes to Reynor with the first of his 4 SCV kills. 6 lings for 4 SCVs is a trade you want to do. And it's only wave 1. Reynor's got 4 roaches, one of which is now a Ravager. Dream's Reaper's going to spot it, and he's going to flee. He's going to be very grateful for the advance warning. He's throwing down a bunker. He does not appear to be canceling anything, though. This will not be an easy hold for Dream. Oh, nice grenade! This is a moment where every second counts, and the blowback gives you a second. The roaches are coming 2 by 2, and the little ones stop to morph into a Ravager. Terran's just got 3 Marines, that Reaper, and a Hellion. Oh, but the Hellion snuck off to try a counter-assault. Reynor's not looking to siege here. He's looking to smash his way right in. The bunker completes, and he rethinks that plan. He spies a depot he can shred out of range of the bunkers. Reynor tries to save his drone by morphing it into a spore, but Dream gets the kill. And now Dream's going to try to save his supply depot, while the Queen finally deals with a Hellion. 2 drone kills for Terran. The supply depot's gone, but a Cyclone is about to pop. The Cyclone can shred a Ravager pretty quickly. Oh, corrosive bile smoking the reactor. Reynor's actually droning behind this. He's looking to take a lead and then transition. I think he's succeeding. Cyclone's trying to get that Overlord without getting killed. Oh, the Overlord is down to 2 hit points. How is that fair? And thanks to the power of Zerg regeneration, he just doubled his health. A 100% increase. Oh, there's a medevac on the field now. He's loaded with Marines. It's a down elevator. He's going after those Ravagers. The world just got unsafe for Zerg. Marines getting healed, plus a Cyclone to do the damage. Reynor's doing a fabulous job rotating his Ravagers. But they're just getting too low, and now they're starting to drop. Dream is going to clean this up, but the question is, has Reynor done enough? He has a very healthy worker lead, and he's started his 3rd. Technically, he's down on the Resources Lost tab, but he's gotta like his position. He's starting Ling speed and making extra queens. Oh, but Dream's going Banshees with Cloak. Reynor's Ravagers never saw the add-on. This could be a way for Dream to get back in this game. With that poor Reaper set to check for Wave 3. Reynor has 0 detection right now, but he's got some time. It takes 79 seconds to research Cloak. Reaper's gonna snipe a creep tumor and find, hey, there's a lot of queens here. Fun fact, when Starcraft 2 was originally conceived, there was only supposed to be a single queen. Like queens on a chessboard, or the mothership for the Protoss. But for balance reasons, Zerg got a lot of queens. In some games, like a lot. Dream's working hard to make up for his deficit. His medevac Cyclone team's gonna pick off that Overlord. But here comes that Banshee. Reynor has made a blind sport as natural where that Banshee is headed. And he does have a single queen covering that base. And some roaches that are not going to be terribly useful. The drones all become intensely interested in the minerals that happen to be closest to the spore. These ones really look like they need to be mined. Oh, and we have a Speedling counter. Speed's just finished and Reynor means to use it. Dream's got a second Banshee back at home, which he's going to pull for defense. That puts all the Lings on a death clock. Their lives are forfeit, but what can they get done for the swarm before they go? Meanwhile, that Banshee racks up kill number 4. Oh, and then the Queens get it. Reynor's outpacing him on worker kills, and he's doing it low-tech style. And it's forced Terran back into his own base, which lets Reynor drone up. He's just ordered a round of 8 drones. Now he's going to send in his roaches to try to keep the good times coming, but they don't quite fill the same niche as the Lings. Without roach speed, the Banshees can really tear him up. Unable to escape, they're going to try to trade out for that Cyclone, but Dream just picks it up. A fantastic piece of rock, scissor, paper micro. As soon as Reynor realizes the futility and flees, the Cyclone comes down again and the killing begins anew. Oh, but it might be Queen transfusing to the rescue. Except there's no detection. Zerg's lair is not quite yet done. Tech schmeck, Zerg's almost up to 60 drones. And I shouldn't diss Zerg's tech. He just started researching 1-1 with double evos. That Banshee's up to 8 kills and rising, but the first Overseer is morphing to try to stop the party. Meanwhile, Terran's finished stim and is now starting up combat shields, and a second Banshee has joined in to double the firepower. Oh, are those queens glad to see that Overseer. They're like, buddy, have a seat over here, we've missed you. I bet Overseers are super popular at Zerg parties. Holy smokes! I was just trying to confirm the combat shields and I caught the call down. I never see that double supply depot. Anybody else remember when TLO used to incorporate that in some of his experimental Terran builds? Good times, good times. Oh, Zerg's going for a 4th base. Zerg's econ advantage is already at 50% and it's about to get worse. But maybe this medevac loaded with 8 Marines can do something about it. Terran's still stuck on 2 bases, as these Lings happily confirm. Reynor is adding roach speed, whereas Dream still does not have any engineering bays. Oh, as soon as I say that, look at that. Dream's going double eBay to try to catch up. Need upgrades? Focus on your web commerce. Here comes that drop. Reynor's overlords are definitely going to spot it, but will Reynor see it? Terrific placement. He's got 3 different overlords giving him vision of the area. Fun fact, Reynor started playing Starcraft when he was 8 years old. His dad told him it was too hard. Reynor said, I don't care. Though he probably said it in a test. Speed roaches are going to shut this down, but perhaps the point is just to draw them away so the real strike force can break down the middle. Dream has managed to supply block the Zerg, and he saved 6 out of his 8 Marines while doing it. Oh, but that's a pretty hot landing zone. He gets out of there. That is a huge pack of roaches riding out to meet the Terran. They're about to get 1-1. Reynor's got his 3rd up, but he's going to have to defend it. He had to make his 3rd in orbital to catch up on econ. I'm not so sure he loves that choice right now. Oh, great tank placement. Those roaches are eating splash and they don't even know where it's coming from. The Banshee's going to drive that attack force off. Great defense on a shoestring budget. Though losing 6 more SCVs did really hurt. Reynor continues to have a substantial lead, but he just can't put Dream away. Reynor's added a Baneling nest and is researching centrifugal hooks. That should help him with his drop defense. Dream's using the drops for continuous pressure. He knows as soon as he takes his foot off the pedal, Reynor's gonna come a-knocking, and he can't afford that right now. Wow, that Cyclone's got 15 kills on it. How many do you need to get hero status? Oh, I love the addition of that Spore by Reynor. That's going to help with the medevac defense. Meanwhile, Dream's giving some thought to getting bigger. He sets up a depot wall. Oh, but then messes it up with some returning Marines who clearly didn't get the construction memo. They like stepped in the foundation. Reynor's going back to Ravagers, and he's adding an infestation pit. Anyone remember the days when Reynor was low-tech? Oh, Zerg killed the hero Cyclone. My bad, I pointed him out. That one's on me. Undaunted, Dream's gonna continue trying to pick off those overlords. There should be a brief window pretty soon in which Terran's gonna be even on upgrades. Oh, but I'm not sure Reynor really cares. This looks like a crushing maneuver. Oh, he didn't bring an Overseer? Where's the Overseer? I guess he didn't bring any Queens either. All the same, he did disrupt the Terran third and get the lift off. Reynor's almost maxed with a 70-plus supply lead at this point. Only perfect tank positioning and cloak is keeping Dream alive at this point. Oh, these Marines are going to try to show off their stim and +1 attack. But I don't know if the Roaches are that impressed. Their 2-2 is just about done. In fact, Reynor started Hive Tech. It's a good thing I'm not in Dream's shoes. I'd be looking to take off for another planet. And that next hatchery, I think that's the one where I officially stopped counting. Oh, Zerg's marshalling for another assault. Overseer? Check. Queens? Check. Unstoppable Horde? Okay, I think we're ready. That is a lot of Zerg. Dream's kiting as hard as he can. The Queen's focused down the Banshees. There are a lot of Banelings in need of targets. They're like fighting over B-list priorities. Dream's trading somewhat efficiently, but that's going to stop when he runs out of units. Yes, it's GG. Reynor takes the lead with an aggressive attack in the opening minutes, and then he slowly builds on it throughout the game with a finish that was as devastating as it was inevitable. So, we're going to jump into the next game here, but just before we do that, let me quickly explain the stakes of this particular series. Because they are unusually high. This is Stage 2, Group A. What that means is these two players already battled out of a group of 4 players, made top 2, and made it into this harder group stage. There's only 16 players left now. If you get out of your group again, you're in the quarterfinals. Top 8, baby. Dream and Reynor are in a group with Clem and Innovation. I wouldn't confer it official group of death status, but it's a tough group. What's happened so far is that Clem's been eliminated. He went 0 for 2. Innovation has won the group going 2-0. He's claimed one of the 2 remaining spots in the quarterfinals. That only leaves 1 chair left. Dream and Reynor are currently tied at 1-1. That means the loser of this series is out of Stay at Homestory Cup completely, and the winner advances to the quarterfinals. So this is not one of those scenarios where one of the players is already advanced or has another series after this to make it up. This is an everything series. Reynor is now 1 game away from the round of 8. Dream is teetering on the brink of elimination. I'm ready to find out what happens. Okay, I'm now feeling an appropriate level of tension as we begin again on Simulacrum. Especially since Dream's SEV just missed the depot and is headed out on the map. 2 more on the way. Number 3 is going to make that depot, but it looks like we have a potential 2 racks cheese. He was a farm boy from the Korprulu sector. He is Reynor. Every good sci-fi hero starts out as a farm boy. And the Everly Brothers say, all I have to do is dream. But I am wide awake as this cheese starts to shape up. Dream has found his hiding spot and begins the first racks. Whoa, Reynor's doing a fast pool again. This could save him. With early lings, he's got a much better chance of holding this off. It wasn't a 12 pool, it was a 16, but it came before the hatch. Dream's gonna make it a double, as is the norm these days. 2 Raxes ready to train a troop of elite killers. Meanwhile, back at the Zerg Proto base, Reynor is going to go ahead and make that hatch. If he knew what we knew, he may not want it. But with that faster pool, you don't hate it. Reynor's Overlord has the trajectory it needs to discover this. Will he see it? It's looking good for the Zerg as long as he doesn't turn away. He gets it! The Overlord pulls back to try to hide its discovery. He does not want Dream to know that he knows, and is reacting by sending out a trio of drones. And in fact, he started his lings, 4 so far. Is the Zerg going to try to shut down the Rack's production or defend his base? The first Marine is already halfway done. The building SCV is just going to admire his handiwork. Actually, they're hiding in the gas vent to try to kill any drones that try to slip in. But Reynor's not actually sending any. He's patrolling in front of his natural. Here come the 4 Lings, and here comes the first Marine. This is happening so fast. The drones pull back so they can attack with the Lings as a unit. Reynor pulls 4 more drones and looks to overwhelm the Terran. But a second Marine has now arrived. Reynor's stockpiling minerals. He needs his natural to finish so he can build a queen. Dream's under no such constraints. He's starting a bunker. Additional Lings arrive and Reynor tries to isolate that bunker. If he can get that worker, he will have killed all of Terran's SCVs. He does! But there are 5 Marines on the field now. That's a lot of firepower. And Terran's making them 3 at a time. Natural's done and double queen production has started. And now that he has creep, Reynor can add a spine. Dream's calling for additional SCVs, but they've got a long way to travel. If he gets that hatch down, though, before the queen pops, that'll be game-changing. He's got it halfway. This is gonna be close. Reynor's gotta buy some time with Lings. But the Marine count keeps rising. At some point, it's gonna hit a critical mass where slow Lings just can't stop it. It's gonna be close, but I think that queen's gonna get birthed. Hatch is just dropped into the red. Reynor can't wait anymore. And the SCVs are here to finish that bunker. Queen is out. Lings are dying. Queen is gonna try to get that bunker down. But there's just too many Marines. The spine has finished. Reynor's gonna try to reposition it. Rerouting takes an agonizingly long 9 seconds. The second queen is here as well, though. That can help tank a lot of hits. The bunker is done. Remember, units inside the bunker get +1 range. It's not just the extra 400 hit points. The hatch falls. 9 broodlings come out, though. That's an opportunity for Reynor. There's 1 SCV repairing that bunker. Spinecrawler's gonna reposition. Spinecrawler's got a range of 7. If you get it in the exact spot, you can hit a bunker without the Marines hitting you. This is getting pretty tense. Bunker's down to half, but it is under repair. If this keeps going on, it's actually possible that Reynor could run out of creep. No, he's got a tumor there. And he's also brought up a drone. I think he plans to remake the hatch. Both sides very close on supply, very close on workers. Dream started timing little jaunts outside the bunker. It lets him try to focus down the Spinecrawler. If he times it right, the Spinecrawler can only hit the bunker which is under repair. Oh, there goes the hatch, or the rehatch. Dream's starting to amass a pretty big chunk of Marines. I think he's gonna go soon. Reynor's ready for it to come. Oh, bunker's now on fire. This is like the OK Corral. Everybody's getting really twitchy. Here come the Marines! Who's got this? This could be for game. Big transfuse goes down on the Spinecrawler. Dream sees it now. Until those queens run out of energy, it's going to be very hard to push in. Oh, he's going to make a second bunker further back. They've both got 3 workers on gas. What are they spending it on? Oh, Dream started a factory. And somehow he managed to salvage that bunker before it was lost. Oh, interesting. Reynor's looking to break the blockade. He snuck out with a handful of Lings. Dream did not want that to happen. First rule of Contain 101. Never let him break the blockade. Back at his main, Dream has absolutely 0 military units. He's got a depot wall. Oh, and he started a command center. Dream might be looking ahead to the future and planning his transition. But if he's thinking about the future, I hope he's giving some thought to these Lings. Ah, he's pulled up his stakes. All 3 Raxes are headed home. And the factory will finish, so maybe he can get a unit out to help defend. But it doesn't look like he's retreating entirely. He's gonna stick around and try to make Reynor's life miserable. He's also started a Hellion to save his own base. He's just gotta find a way to keep those depots repaired long enough for his Hellion to actually get out. I feel like without the reinforcing Marines, Dream's offensive isn't gonna last much longer. Oh, the Lings have given up. They don't intend to be barbecued trying to get through that depot wall. That Spinecrawler just got optimal position on the bunker again. Looks like Dream, I think, is actually going to save all his Marines. He's going to take them home. He's just left 1 Marine behind to make himself as annoying as possible. Nope. He's pulled the Marine out and he's going to salvage. He saves the 75 minerals. It's official! Reynor has held the rush. And it only took 6 minutes in constant battle for that to be determined. Reynor's managed to finish Ling's speed. He's going to try to pick off the stragglers. Oh, it is not going to be the slowest Marine in an evacuation. He gets eaten. Dream does have a Hellion out here. He can maybe use that to save his troops. Oh, he finds a nice little cave-like structure to put his back to the wall. Good move. Reynor knows he'll take big losses if he tries to fight the Marines there. And Dream plants his natural. They're both coming out of this pretty even. Dream scans Reynor's main. He's never seen it. No roach warren, no baneling nest, no lair tech. Unless it's hidden somewhere else, he's gotta like what he sees. These guys are really close on the resources lost tab. This is anyone's game right now. We'll see who's most comfortable transitioning into a normal game. But a normal game for Dream is still gonna be a ton of bio. He's researching stim. And Reynor's looking at that roach warren after all. He started one up at his natural. And he started a third. And we've got medevacs on the way for Terran. That's going to change the dynamic of this game. Blind Spore is coming for Reynor. Last game he got hit with Banshees. You can't blame him for this conservative choice. I guess he could have sacked an Overlord to get hard intel, but he doesn't exactly have one over there. And the Spore can be helpful for zoning out medevacs anyway. The second medevac is out. We're going to find out if it's for drops or if it's just for healing up the Marines. Oh, big round of roaches. Reynor likes his 39 drones. It is now building himself an army. A big one. Dream, on the other hand, is feeling the need for drops. He's got 16 Marines loaded to bear. It's time for boosting, and I'm not talking about your Wi-Fi signal. Somehow, despite the chaos, Dream still has this timed out, so he's going to attack right about the time that Stim finishes. And there's a second part to this. There's also a grouping of Hellions. I'm not sure which one's a distraction and which one's the main event. I'm not sure it matters. Oh, Dream's linking them up, so it's going to be a single unit anyway. He's pushing in midway between the third and the natural. He's going for the third. Dream's like, whoa, there's a lot more roaches here than there was the last time I was here. A good drone pull, but an even better circling attack. 7 drones killed. The Marines got picked up, but the Hellions stayed behind to pay for those drones. Yeah, a little bit pricey, but Dream's just cranking it up. He's adding a third medevac. He's got 22 Marines in the air now. Well, he did before he started landing this crew. I feel like jumping out of medevacs like that has got to be hard on the knees. It's probably a good thing that Marines never actually live that long. The few that actually do get to a retirement age probably have brutal arthritis. Reynor's defending this very well. He's got the firepower with those roaches. But Dream is being so careful. He's waiting for the right engagement. As soon as he sees it's not a win for him, he just picks right up and tries another location. Reynor's starting that lair tech. That's going to give him so many options. And he's got double upgrades coming out of his double Evo. Dream is just starting up his second eBay, but his +1 attack is almost done. Oh, terrific Overlord snipe. That's what I'm talking about. Dream is going for the low-hanging fruit. He's being very careful and cautious with his army. I like it, but the downside is that Reynor's going to get the drone count that he wants. And a maxed out Reynor is not something that anyone wants to see. Well, I do, obviously, but I mean his opponents don't. We're approaching the 10-minute mark now. We've had non-stop combat since pretty much minute 1. So you would think this would have the makings of a Crimson Zone game. I've been checking, but not really. The body count is surprisingly low here. I think both players have been very cautious. They both appreciate the stakes of this game. Reynor's starting to get fed up with the Marine drops. Banelings is one way that you deal with them. Yeah, you can pick up your Marines, but if they're an acid-covered corpse, it doesn't do any good. Oh, those poor queens totally got surprised. They've got to transfuse like crazy. Can the cavalry rescue them? No, 1 queen down, 2 queens down, and then the escape. Oh yeah, Reynor wants his Baneling nest. That's going to help him defend so much better. Oh, Dream's securing a third. Reynor's securing a fourth. What started out as a Rushapalooza has matured into a classic mid-game. Oh, don't you hate being the 9th Marine that can't fit in the medevac? I know I hate sitting in the aisle, but if there's roaches below, maybe I'd handle it. Maybe I'd sit in a buddy's lap. It's a short haul flight. Oh, Dream's found his opening. 6 drone kills. And he gets the pickup. Is Zerg starting to show wear and tear? Reynor's definitely got the supply lead, but it's always kind of artificially inflated when you have so much roaches. And Baneling speed could change the character of the game. Also, for the moment, the upgrade situation is just flipped. Dream had the +1 attack advantage, But Reynor's got range +1, and he has the armor advantage too. Plus roach speed. Reynor might be feeling a Zerg window here. He's made 6 Ravagers and he's pushing out. Dream's pushing out too, as he's been doing continuously. But the first team to hit will be this small group to the south. Oh, he's actually going to coax Reynor into pulling back. And he's going to butcher another queen. Dream's done a terrific job of keeping all the combat on the Zerg side of the map. Obviously, it's only the last battle that matters. But the best defense is a good offense is a cliche for a reason. On paper, Reynor's got the stronger army, but he just can't seem to wield it. Reminds me of his game against Innovation on the same map when he was stuck in his base the whole time. Dream may be even thinking about a 4th. If he does it, he'll go on even bases. Oh, the upgrade lead is about to cancel out. Those Marines are about to get attacked too. I'm loving that sensor tower, by the way. If Reynor ever does pay him a visit, he's gonna know about it. Wow, the drop train just continues. Reynor tries to expand to the upper right. Dream forces the cancel. And as soon as Reynor reacts to this, as he's doing now, then Dream's going to the south. And once he's pulled all those roaches to the north, he picks up and flies out. This is so tough to deal with without a spire. Now Dream's gonna try to shut down his hatch at the south center location. No 5th base for you! Another cancel. Reynor's swinging around his lings to try for a sandwich. But there's no real vice when your opponent can just escape up. The good news for Reynor is he's made hive tent. And it looks like an Ultralisk den, Vipers, and the Crackling upgrade. Reynor's gonna show Dream a whole new look. Oh, but first Dream's gonna show him his Liberators. There's a pink circle of doom at the 3rd, and at the natural. More of a champagne pink, really. 4 kills for the Liberation duo so far, and the drones are pulled. The Queens and Spores are reacting. Dream repositions to the other side of the infestation pit. Oh, it's a Viper abduct right back into the Spore. Excellent. And it's a reposition at the 3rd. There's still a single Queen there, though, and not a lot of hit points on that Liberator. 8 drones is nice, but I think that Liberator might have been able to have gotten away. Now he will not. Reynor is officially maxed with 200 supply. He's got over 70 lings and 25 roaches right now. I'm pretty positive he's ready to try to deal some damage. He is waiting on armor upgrade 3 and the chitinous plating for his Ultralisks. Dream's almost maxed too. His Marine count's almost 60. Maybe I spoke a little too soon when I poo-pooed the idea of a Crimson Zone game here. For those of you who are new to that concept, that's when the body count hits 500. Oh, Zerg attack, Zerg attack! Oh, the Lings pull back. There's a lot of tanks up there. But isn't that what the Ravagers are for? Oh, these Marines are going to get a great view of the completion of the Crackling upgrade. But they were not able to do anything about it. Reynor seized control of the middle of the map. He's probably looking to bleed off some supplies so he can make those Ultras. These tanks are all too happy to accommodate him. And Reynor's going to complete Overlord speed at the old 15-minute mark. You don't see that every game. Oh, Dream sees a chance to go after those Vipers. Nope. They're getting away. Dream's last Marine is trying to do the drop all by himself. I think the real function of that was to try to make Reynor's minimap flash, which would give him some cover to bring in his main force. For the first time ever, Dream is bringing up his tanks. We have ourselves a genuine push. It's Terran positioning against the Zerg horde. The tanks are sieged. Reynor's looking to see if he can encircle. Or use abducts, those are good too. The Marines stim in to try to stop the Vipers. Reynor then pulls back to see if he can battle them outside the range of the tanks. Oh, counterattack! It's a Crackling run-by. And this time it's Dream who's forced to pick up and come home. Or not. I think he's just coming at this from another angle. Reynor seems to be pulling back. He might be waiting for his Ultras. They're just about here. Ultra speed's only half done, but Armor 3's about to finish. Terran doesn't care. He's come to kill bases. Dream's not really leapfrogging his tanks forward. I think he's really happy with the kill zone he's created and likes it as something he can fall back to. Oh, first Ultra in the house. Put your bony spiked hands together for everyone's favorite list. Ah, the Vipers drop blinding clouds on all the tanks, all of them. And then Zerg tries to push through that tight choke. Massive carnage on both sides. But the Terran has been dislodged. Reynor's not pressing the attack, he's pulling back. I guess he wants to first make sure he deals with drop number 187. I hope those medevac pilots are getting overtime pay. I guess there's still a small supply need for the Zerg, but this game is still anyone's. The one big factor to look for here is that Terran is really out-mining the Zerg. Dream's got the better bank, and he hasn't exactly had to been pulling his drones all game. Oh, Dream's starting to go into God mode. He's suddenly everywhere. You think exhaustion would kick in at the 17-minute mark? But he's dropping faster, not slower. I think at this point, Reynor officially has to know he can't just keep chasing him around the map like this. With Dream's latest acquisition, they're both on even bases at 5 apiece. Dream's actually got more workers and a whole lot of mules. Reynor tests the choke to the Terran base, but he decides that's not the best way. Meanwhile, it's drop number 289. Reynor's got to pull back 6 Ultras to deal with that one Marine. Okay, so it was 2 or 3. Dream then forces what I think is cancel number 10. And he's floating a command center out to take base number 6. The economic lead for Terran is starting to get pretty serious. Maxed out, Dream's bank has crossed over 2,000 minerals. Reynor's really feeling the pressure now, but he just can't seem to find an angle of attack. Meanwhile, Dream's streaming over to the top right location for cancel number 22. Oh, there's 9 medevacs in that cloud. That may be why Reynor's now adding in corruptors. Reynor isn't mining out, but he's pretty much down to 2 functioning bases at this point. The rest either have depletion issues, or they're part of the cancel Palooza. Oh, it's a huge trade of units. The Stim Marines take down the Ultras, and Dream's replacing his dead Marines with Marauders 5 at a time. They're gonna punch through that Ultra armor even more effectively. Reynor just can't get the money to rebuild his army. Dream's got 3-3 for his bio. Reynor got the 3rd upgrade for his armor, but he's still looking to increase his attack. It's definitely a starvation tactic for Dream. He's just gonna keep denying those fringe bases over and over. Oh, it's a good engagement for Reynor, but with "we require more minerals" going off in his headphones, there's only so much he can do to get excited. There's the GG. He just can't replenish that army. With an insane effort by Dream, he ties it up 1-1. So Reynor makes just a boss of a hold, but then goes on to lose the long game. Well, I guess your view of how great a hold that is depends on how you interpret his opening choice of going pool first. Was Reynor's hold awesome because he had the gut instinct to go pool first? Or was his hold less awesome because it's just easier to pull that off when you do a pool first? Me? I don't care. The opening minutes of this game were nail-biting and made for great Starcraft. With hindsight, I now appreciate the latter stages of that game was just a slow, poisonous death for Reynor. Dream kept him busy at home and then stopped him from expanding until he was too weak to keep up. This goes to show that those game-changing mid-game Ling run-bys that some Zerg players always seem to pull off, those might now be mandatory. It used to be, if you let Zerg drone up continually for too long, you die. Now we're into the meta phase where it's a given that Terran won't let Zerg do that. Instead, it's, if you let Terran harass you continually for too long, you'll die. Maybe that's where the game should be. I don't know. Those of you who follow my channel, and I love you for that, by the way, may have seen the Reynor vs. Innovation game I recently cast on the same map, also from Homestory Cup. Innovation pulled this same thing out on Reynor with pretty much the same result. Interestingly, in that game, Reynor transitioned to mutas, which I would have thought would be the necessary counter. You have to shut down the medevacs. It did not work, which may be why he didn't try it in this game. Many viewers pointed out, though, that Reynor's mutas did not keep up on the upgrades, and maybe that's why? So, how does Zerg stop the high level of continual harass present in the meta right now? This is kind of like the sports coach who tells you to get better by rubbing some dirt on it, but my take is Zerg has to keep up with the cheap Ling run-bys. It's the only way to keep Terran honest without breaking the bank and crippling the rest of the Zerg's game. Also, I know it's easier said than done, but burrowed banelings, man. Of course, I'm only saying that because I love to watch them. Also, another thing I love to watch is rubber matches. And lucky us, we've got one, and it's for all the marbles. Let's get it!
Game 3.
Wait for it. And they're off. Didn't I promise Game 3 would start off with a bang? Well, I don't know about you, but the first thing that I want to know is our Zerg player going to go for a fast pool 3 times in a row? We'll be watching for that. But first, our Korean Terran player is just 1 game away from a seat in the quarterfinals. Can he make it? Or is it just a pipe dream? We are watching for that 16 drone 200 mineral count. Eternal Empire is a huge macro map. Maybe he won't want to do it. We know that Dream has the money to put down his racks. And there it goes. But our Zerg player's still pooling money. It looks like he's going for a hatch first for Game 3. He wants to play macro and bring on a Reign of Terror. And if you shorten Reign of Terror, you get Reynor! Get it? Reign of Terror. Okay, yeah, that didn't work. Anyway, I like Reynor's choice given that we're playing on Eternal Empire, a notoriously safe map for the early stages. But if I may, I might have another theory to share with you. Having just played a game for 19 minutes and not gotten into the Crimson Zone, both our players are slightly embarrassed. They're going to try to make it up to us with a killer macro match. Or someone will cheese and it'll be over in 5 minutes. It's a Reaper for Dream and he has the minerals to follow it with an expansion. He sends out the post-rack scout, and a second SCV follows up for the command center. If you look carefully, you can see the SCV is carrying the command center in his pockets. There he pulls it out and puts it down. It's always just a tad bigger once he unfolds it. It's an old origami secret. Both players are putting 3 workers on their first gas geyser, and both Pool and Hatch are about to complete for Zerg. If that scouting SCV doesn't hurry, he's gonna miss the purple geyser. There it is. Oh, look at the disappointment on his face. He's absolutely crestfallen. I've come all this way. Actually, Dream's just taking note that he's dealing with a hatch first for once. The SCV's not turning back, though. Usually they do. Something's off. Reynor thinks so, too. He's sent a drone to guard his ramp. Reynor starts Zergling speed. Reaper's almost here. There's a double queen on the way, but they are not here yet. Dream has a few seconds to try to get something done. There's a grenade. He needs to channel his inner Clem and try to see if he can pick off some lings here. Reynor's gotten first blood 2 games in a row. It'd be a statement if Dream could get it here. But the queens are out. And Reynor's starting a 3rd queen. He's going full macro mode. No Roach Warren this time around. Dream is performing a bunker block at the 3rd. Reynor's spotted it with his Overlord and he's bringing over a pair of queens. There's no Marines coming to fill it. Dream's actually just teching away. He's finished his factory and starting a starport. Either the bunker's a bluff or the Reaper's gonna try to make use of it. But without anything to repair it, it shouldn't last too long. Oh, and as I say it, the building SCV comes back to try to patch it up. But with the Lings actively tearing it down, that's a pretty dangerous job. Oh, Dream's gonna try to play bunker chase, darting inside and out. Reynor's like, works for me, I'm just gonna tear it down. Team tried for the salvage, but he was too slow. Oh, but getting Reynor's hatch drone would be a nice consolation. Reynor's being really aggressive here. But no, he drives Dream off and gets his 3rd down. A terrific start for Reynor, who's actually about to finish Overlord speed. This game, he really wants to know what his opponent is up to. Well, Dream is flying the universal flag for mech. His Rax is in the air while he's building Hellions out of a reactor. Here comes the fast Overlord scout. There is nothing that lone Marine at the Natural can do to stop him. He's gonna see the reactored Hellions, the landing Rax, Cloak and a Viking, and a command center under construction. You gotta wonder if that cloak was a fake for Reynor's benefit. Oh, is the Overlord gonna make it out? It looks like he's down to 82, 70 hit points. 47, 2 Marines on him. He's almost out of range. He makes it. 25 hit points left. And look at that. The cloak research at the tech lab has miraculously disappeared. The Viking is real, though. In response to what he saw, Reynor is being even more greedy. He maintains his lair tech and makes almost 0 units. If we don't count the queens, 6 lings is all he's got for army. The injured Overlord's coming back for a second look. It's a suicide mission for intel confirmation. This time he's gonna see that Dream's researching Stim. And he's adding a pair of Raxes. So, Zugzwang, you don't still actually think he's going mech, do you? No, I do not. Dream did finish that single Viking, and he's gonna get his money's worth by Overlord hunting. It's a little tougher when they have speed, but they still don't shoot back. Greed continues, double eBays for Terran and double Evos for the Zerg. Oh, look at this. It's a Terran poker match. They're hanging out around the table. Oh, the Hellions have lost their chips and they're leaving. The Vikings headed off for even more Overlord hunting, and Reynor's making a spire. Reynor's like, you know what, Zugzwang? I'm gonna show you why mutas don't work, okay? I'm just gonna show you. Oh, but he's about to lose yet another Overlord. Unless that Queen can drive it off. Yes, it does. A great save, and we can see that the Zerg is gonna start the armor upgrade first. He doesn't have the money to get the other Evo chamber going just yet. Oh, this Overlord's in trouble now. Calling all queens, calling all queens. Overlord's down to 35, 8, and dead. Queen just a little bit too late this time, and there's our attack upgrade. Meanwhile, the macro parade continues as Dream drops his earliest third yet. But now he's powering. We're seeing a whole lot of Marines on the way. Stim is right about to complete. Reynor has started a Baneling nest, and it's double medevacs for Dream. He's likely looking to rinse and repeat his successful formula from Game 2. Now boarding all military class passengers. Please keep your identification ready. The spire is just about done. We'll see if that's the key to a better defense to the drops for Reynor. And if you look outside your right-hand window at the view below, you will see a Reaper grabbing the watchtower. A Reaper with 7 kills who got the first blood, by the way. And Dream's timed his drop to coincide right for when Reynor tries to make his 4th. Only I think Dream expected it at the upper location. He's figured it out. He's swinging low. A quick scan's gonna help him clear some tumors. But what he wants is that cancel. The Ling Swarm is on it. There are no mutas in production, but Reynor is banking. Of course, as soon as I say that, he pulls the trigger and starts making mutas. 5 in production. Dream escapes. He got the cancel he was after. 1-1's gonna finish for the Terran. Zerg's upgrades are gonna be just slightly behind. The production tab really tells the story here. Everybody's just macroing like nuts. Even the creep spread reflects that. There's more creep than Reynor's had in any of his games so far. Oh, that Reaper's finally gonna buy it. No, he escaped. He dropped a grenade at his feet to bounce the Lings away. That was pretty awesome. Okay, so Reynor's building quite a mutaflock at this point. He's got 5 and he's going up to 12. But first he's gonna get the 411 with an armored overseer. I think all he's really gonna confirm though is that, yeah, there's a whole lot of Marines coming. And that Dream's making a Thor and missile turrets. Muta prep is already underway. The Marine's gonna pin that overseer in the corner. Oh, oversight. Reynor's one of the few players I ever see actually use that ability. The mutas are starting to group up. Flock formation is key. 1 muta is pretty useless, but a dozen stacked are lethal. They sort of combine their hit points like Voltron. That was a trick from Starcraft 1. Blizzard conceded they never anticipated that would happen, but it was so cool they kept it as part of the game. And the delight that is muta stacking endures to this day. Oh, that Reaper is finally gonna die. What? He lived again? He's standing on the battlefield all alone and he can't shoot up? Man, these mutas really aren't doing much of anything so far. They have like no stray kills at all, let alone SCV kills. They do have that harass value though. You can't help but notice that Dream hasn't been dropping while this has been going on. He's been forced to defend. And Reynor is going to research the attack upgrade for his mutas. Dream's doing a great job of zoning him out. Both players have huge worker counts. At this point, I fully expect we're going to see maxed armies. The mutas appear to be flying home in shame, which I think means Dream may now contemplate a drop. But for the moment, he's researching concussive shells and drilling claws. And 2-2, of course. Reynor is also researching 2-2. He's fallen even further behind on that front. Oh, these mutas are starting to wonder why they even got out of bed. They're having a rough day. I think they want to just curl up and go back to being larvae. They took another try at that Reaper, but he just is unkillable. Oh, if you look at the mini-map, you can see Dream is like setting up a dragnet for the mutas. He's trying to trap them on all sides. Oh, this is incredible. What an ensnaring maneuver. Oh, spoke too soon. I think Reynor's going to slip out. He's going to say, ha, your entire army's on the left side of the map. I'm headed for your main. Oh, and Dream's like, nope, I got 1,000,000 Marines, remember? Those mutas are just getting whittled down. Again, though, the consolation prize is the mutas are doing attention damage to Dream. He just hasn't had the same offense while those mutas are swirling around. And the result is Reynor has more workers. He's going to be the first to max, and he's pulling in more minerals right now. It's about an extra 800 a minute, and that's going to add up quick. So these mutas might be like drunken masters. They look like buffoons, but they're actually like beating the snot out of you. You just don't know it until it's too late. But what we do know is that Reynor has started Hive Tech. Terran's taken his 4th, and Zerg has taken his 5th, and just completed his 6th, but it may be short-lived. Dream is on it, but so are the Speed Veins. Acidic fire fills the sky. Emerald horrors scorch my eye. I think I'm going to quit my day job and just do Zerg poetry from now on. Having been maxed and dropped low, Reynor's going to make 36 more lings. And he's going to bust through the depot wall. There's a Thor there to defend. The Banelings don't want it. They want that mineral line. Can they get there? Yes. Yes, they can. 12 dead SCVs. That's big for Reynor. He now leads in money, workers, and supply. Dream still got the bigger army, though. I just got to do a quick check here, though. Big economies plus Banelings can mean a Crimson Zone game. But we're not even halfway there yet, though. Better keep an eye on it, though. I feel like a storm's coming. The kind that involves acid splashes and lots of bullet casings. Dream's swinging west. He may be looking to secure his 5th. Yes, he is. That's going to be a harder base to defend. Oh, but Reynor's not done with his natural. This could be the Ling run-by I was moaning about after game 2. Oh, he's going after the 3rd. Whoa, there's some Lings just sitting there with SCVs right around them. What are those, manager Lings? They're supervising the attack. Oh, man. Nobody likes to die and hold position. Dream's Marines clean that up, but they've got kind of confused looks on their faces. What just happened? But the rest of Dream's army is not confused. He's figured out he needs to get something done before this game slips away from him. Terran's got a big, nasty army. Dream is gonna wield it. Oh man, the creep covers half the map, and this is a huge map. Reynor's trying to morph 20 more Banelings. Oh, the mutas are not gonna help in this fight. They're looking to counter. Dream is gonna hit 2 bases at once. Reynor's pulling back. Is he sacking or is he just readying for a charge? No, he's gonna try to defend his upper base first. He's gonna get this, but it's gonna be a bit of an overkill. Not too bad. Dream cobbles together some Marines to defend his fortress, but he doesn't have too many. What he does have is a stranglehold on the Zerg 4th. His force is nicely spread for Bane resistance. Thor in front, which Reynor does not want to hit. It's always hard to tell when the armies are that big, but it looked like Dream held quite well. The problem is Reynor just ordered 60 more Lings. 60! I did not make that up, I swear. And he's going to get the crackling upgrade. Reynor's economy is performing so well, I'm not sure he cares about efficiency. And there's nothing left to defend the Terran 3rd. And his 4th is gone too, right? The mighty fortress goes boom! Dream is falling in supply. Reynor's falling too, but he just keeps adding more and more Lings. These sexy battles, but what's really impressive is that Reynor just keeps hitting all his larvae injects. Well, there's a source of larvae he's not going to have anymore. Reynor has lost his 3rd. All this carnage makes me one happy individual. I should probably see somebody about this. Dream's only going to have the upgrade advantage a little bit longer. He's going after the 5th. He needs this to equalize the game. He got it! And a queen. With his mule hammers, Dream's now outmining Reynor. The Crimson Zone is almost feeling inevitable at this point. As his 3-3 completes, Reynor's going to even up on upgrades. Forget that Ultralisk Cavern. We're only 13 kills away here. Just one more clash ought to do it. Reynor's restarted the base at the south center, but not his 4th. No new bases for Dream. That is a lot of mutas. Can they just pick off 13 guys for me? Make it 12. Terran is swinging his forces to the northwest. He might be looking to hunt the muta pack again. Oh, Lings with a surprise attack on that Thor, and that's going to take us to the Crimson Zone! That's 500! I'm not sure, but I think the 500th one might even have been a Thor. That would be extra awesome. Okay, you Banelings can all go home now. You've done your job. Once again, it's so hard to say, but it looks like Reynor came out on top. Everybody's supply took a beating, but it was Zerg's supply that recovered the fastest. With the econ advantage once again in Zerg's favor, trade seems to be the name of the game for him. Of course, as I say that, it looks like he's about to go down another base again. Dream's actually been supply capped for a while. Those mutas killed a ton of depots. But somehow it's not slowing him down. Meanwhile, Reynor has started the chitinous plating upgrade. That's gonna give him the full +5, and really weakens the effectiveness of Marines. Which is one of the reasons why you see Dream working Marauders into his composition. Having destroyed Reynor's base to the west, Dream's swinging to the east. Denying expansions is a formula that worked for Dream in the last game, but he's not quite as mobile this time around. He's gonna try to re-secure a base of his own by floating over a new command center. Reynor spots the attempt immediately. Dream is planning just an abundance of Widow Mines. If Reynor goes in, it's gonna cost him. He can't resist going after an isolated Thor, though. Those Lings shred that Thor like compies from Jurassic Park. Meanwhile, Dream's rebuilt his supply, mostly in the form of command centers, and he's getting close to remaxing his army, rounding it out with Thors and Marauders. Reynor, on the other hand, has just about rebuilt his eastern flank. He continues to commit to Lings and Ultras. For those of you who are unfamiliar, one of the reasons that Ultras work so well together with Lings is that while the Ultras look like they're melee attackers, the designers have actually given them range 1. This sort of simulates the great reach granted by their massive size. But at its basic level, it actually lets the Ultralisks shoot over top of the Lings. And that makes it much easier for them to attack in concert. Oh, Reynor's looking to rebuild one of the very last of his destroyed base locations. Just look at that mule of Palooza. That's how Dream's getting by with only 47 SCVs. He hasn't built an SCV in about 6.5 minutes. He pretty much stopped somewhere around the 10-minute mark. Both players are maxed. Reynor has his upgrades. I think the map's gonna go boom again pretty soon. Oh yeah, real soon. Here we go! Dream really wants this battle to try to take place within the range of the planetary fortress. The splash damage from the fortress can really cut into the Banelings. Great splits! Or not. Oh! Dream has been overrun! The Banelings are gone, but the Ultralists are going to town. Nope, I'm wrong. They're going across town. I guess Reynor calculated he didn't have enough to drop that fortress before reinforcements could arrive. Oh, a rare drop! Dream's going after the Spire! The Lings and Queens are on it. There's only a single medevac, and as soon as the Spore gets replanted, it drives the medevac off. And now the really big boys have arrived to put an end to this nonsense. Dream escapes with his last 2 Marines and heads for the main. Oh, but the Muta's gonna clean that up. Captain Obvious says Mutas are pretty good against drops. Oh man, the death toll has climbed to 820. Remember though, Double Crimson Zone is not a thing. Not a thing. Oh, that's a brave Marine. I may be the world's deadest Marine, but I'm taking this hatchery with me. Yeah, no you're not. But what he did do, though, is provide useful scouting information for Dream's main army. He's gonna set his Widow Mines and try to get position at the choke in front of the hatch. Normally you wouldn't be able to bait Zerg in there, but he's feeling pretty chuffed right now. He's got a big supply lead, and it's heavily weighted towards Ultralisks. Oh, he got sucked into the Widow Mines. Oh, he pulls back after taking the worst of it. I think if he realized how small Terran was at this point, he'd just go get him. The Queens come over and give those Ultralisks a little pep talk and some transfuse, and now the attack is back on. And it's Dream who's doing the running. Dream's SCV count is starting to get perilously low. He can't run his entire economy on just mules. You also gotta kinda wonder if exhaustion is starting to become a factor here. These guys have been playing for 45 minutes. I'm not sure who that favors. Dream, who's trying desperately to rescue his command center, is a longtime vet who actually returned after serving in the military. So does that make him quote-unquote an old guy who doesn't have staying power? Or is he a veteran who knows how to pace himself in a long battle? I know the younger guys like Reynor and Clem are super fast, but what does that mean for endurance? I don't really know. Oh, the Mutas are really starting to dominate. Dream's having trouble securing his base, and he's actually building SCVs now. Reynor's essentially maxed, and he's mining at triple the rate. If we can get these players to clash for one big final hurrah, though, we could actually have 1,000 units die in a single game. Now I know I keep saying double Crimson Zone isn't a thing, but now that it's so close... Oh, this is beautiful. This is classic StarCraft 2 moment. Reynor's Banelings are so populous, he can actually use them to kill off a fortress. And with that last engagement, we actually hit 950 kills. If Dream can just hang on, this is really gonna happen. I know it's not a StarCraft first by any measure, but it's rare and it'll be the first time it's ever happened on this august channel. Well, that was an easy hatch snipe. Go Dream! It may be self-interest, but I'm really admiring his pluck right now. Oh, look at this. Reynor's taking bases on Dream's side of the map now. Mined out, Dream is effectively down to one base. What he has is a bigger army. In theory, a knockout punch or a near knockout punch could still win him this game. Reynor's largely mined out too. His income is also falling rapidly, which means there's still a good reason to fight, and it's not out of the question that we'll get to 1,000. Here he comes! 983, 985, 998, 1,000! It's a double Crimson Zone! Reynor took a huge beating in that battle. I wouldn't say it was a knockout punch, but he's lost a third of his workers. Of course, Dream has a total of 15 workers. You've got to admire our Terran player's pluck. He wants to stay in this tournament. But Ultralists do not care how much pluck you have, or how many medevacs you have bolstering those Marines. Dream's army is officially smaller than Reynor's for the first time in a long time. Reynor's gonna follow that medevac cloud. Well, I ponder the physics of how a medevac is able to carry a Thor. But it looks like Terran is breathing his last. There really is no defense to fall back to. The retreating units are the whole of Dream's army. Oh, there's burrowed Banelings. Oh, but they didn't go off. It's official, this game's gone on so long. Zerg's tried everything I could think of. We've got the mutas, we've got the Ling run-bys, and now we've even got the potential for burrowed Banelings. Oh, but Reynor's just unburrowing them and using them to kill all the SCVs. Dream is down to 7 workers. 6, 5, 3. The Terran's got nothing left. 0 workers. Dream fought to his last breath. But Reynor is our winner. Which means I get to do this. Reynor advances to the quarterfinals. Okay, that was so long I can't keep you here for any further analysis. If I couldn't squeeze it in over the last 20 minutes, as far as I'm concerned, I've blown my chance. Feel free to leave your thoughts on this best of 3 in the comments. I read every single one. Thanks to Reynor and Dream for a fantastic series, which reminds me to just quickly thank all my new subscribers. You guys help keep me afloat. Hope to see you all next week. New VODs drop every Saturday evening. To continue your StarCraft journey, Nova advises you to click the video in the upper rectangle. But Kerrigan warns you to watch your 6 and click the video in the bottom rectangle. Or you can stimpack your StarCraft experience. Subscribe to Zugzwang StarCraft. Just hit the circle. From my base to yours, Zugzwang out.